Hey, man, this is going to be the bracket this year.
Ooh,
I promise you.
It's going to be perfect?
If it's going to be close enough to perfect, you know?
Okay.
I got it. No, there
March
ain't no
Madness.
way.
Best time of the year.
Oh, of course, best time of the year. You know, I got Arizona, Kentucky, Gonzaga, Wisconsin shaking it up a little bit, but this is it, man.
That sounds
good. I promise you.
That sounds like a good four.
You got your bracket good?
Oh, yeah, of course. It might be locked up.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I think we'll be good. We'll be good.
Okay.
We'll have to see it. You ready for the games now?
Let's do it. I can't wait.
Wheeler gives it up. Brooks, the jumper. No good. You can feel the madness. St. Peter's pulls off the upset.
Man, how does a team like St. Peter's beat Kentucky?
There's always next year.
After a 2-week hiatus, we are finally back. Welcome back to 94 Feet, everybody. My name is Kade Cameron, joined here by Danny Stipanovich. That I got the Kendrick Lamar React Element 55s on feet. Obviously, got to support my Phoenix Suns. I wasn't able to talk about it last week, but being able to clinch a playoff spot, that's big. And yeah, just kind of keeping it simple.
Had to shout him out.
Oh, of course I got to. You know, hey, we're only a few games away from locking up the first seed too, so I'm excited about that. We'll get into that probably, maybe a week ago or a week from now, but. Let's get into it, I mean, we're going to mix it up a little bit. Obviously, we stick with a lot of NBA. We're going to go to some March Madness stuff today.
Yeah, I'll get into my little hot take, Kate. I got a little hot take.
Okay, let's hear it.
Why UCLA is going to win it all this year.
Yeah,
what do you think?
No, okay, I will say. UCLA is going to make a bigger run than I think a lot of people would say. Because you look at where they're at right now. Let's just say North Carolina takes down Baylor. That's where they're setting up to be right now. North Carolina making it to the Sweet 16. You have UCLA maybe running into some issues with St. Mary's, but if they can get past St. Mary's, I mean, realistically, the only big issue is then North Carolina at that point. And I mean, seeing how they've played against other big teams earlier in the season, like a Villanova, it's very possible that I think they can at least make the Final Four for 2 years in a row. But again, I think once you get to the teams out of the West, like they have Gonzaga, Duke, Texas Tech, I mean, Michigan State's showing some life right now. I think once you get there, that's when they start having those issues. So I don't see him getting past the Final Four. But as of now, with Baylor out in Kentucky, or with Baylor going to be out and Kentucky out, I think it's a good shot of at least making it.
So you brought up a couple teams, Tech, Duke, but that's Gonzaga's problem. That's kind of why I like UCLA. UCLA, they can win in different ways. Kate, over the last 20 years, only the national champion is top 20 in offense and defense every single time. Besides that UConn team with Kemba Walker, that's the only exception. So every single time that the national champion is top 20 offense, defense, 4 teams fit that mold. That's Gonzaga, UCLA, Kansas, and Houston. Oh, sorry. It's Gonzaga, UCLA, Houston, U of A, and Baylor. Baylor, they're about to lose to
exactly.
Who are they playing?
North
UNC,
Carolina,
yeah. And then Houston, no one's scared of Houston. They haven't played anyone all year. So I really like my chances with that stat. Baylor, obviously the weak seed, they're a week 1 seed. Kentucky's already out of their way, who lost to St. Peter's somehow. They're most likely going to play Texas or Purdue. Texas doesn't have a superstar. There's a bunch of seniors on that team, but I'm not too scared. Good free throw shooting team, lots of experience. But when you don't have like a superstar to get you a bucket at the end of the game, something like I feel college kids struggle with, that team doesn't scare me. The team that does scare me, who they could run into, is Purdue. Top 2 offense in the nation. They're star-studded. Ivy's probably going to be a top 5 pick in the draft. They got Travion Williams down low, but they're the 93rd ranked defensive team. That kind of reminds me of the Iowa team who lost 2 days ago in the round of 62. Iowa, a great offense, no defense. Can Purdue get stops when they need to? I'm banking it. I'm banking that they're not going to be able to. And then you mentioned this earlier, Gonzaga's path. They're matched up against Memphis right now. Playing today or tomorrow, I forgot.
No, they're playing today.
Playing today, yeah. That's going to be a tough matchup for Gonzaga, I feel like. And then if they get past Memphis, they'll play New Mexico or Arkansas. I don't see them losing that round. But then they'll play either Duke or Texas Tech. Texas Tech, long defensive team. And then Duke, obviously, not too great of a defensive team, but they have Banchero, a superstar, top 2 pick in the draft probably. And then so that brings it to UCLA, Gonzaga in the Final Four, a rematch. Kate, is this Gonzaga team better than the one last year with Jalen Suggs?
Yeah, honestly, I
Really?
think so. I think so. Jalen Suggs is good, but when you got a guy like Chet Holmgren on that team and they have that experience, I can see Gonzaga pretty much handing it to you. I mean, they already did it earlier in the season, so I mean, at least they're going to have that experience. It's going to be a tighter game than that early season match between Gonzaga and UCLA. But I do not see them competing with Gonzaga. Now, I will say, I know Gonzaga is going into this as the number 1 overall seed, but I don't see them coming out as the team in the West. Like, I mean, I do have them in that Final Four right now. Don't get me wrong, but it's like looking at how Georgia State played it close for the significant part of that game. At least they played it closer than they really should have.
I think they were up at half, or it was tied at half.
It was pretty close. So I mean, you're talking about at least one good half against Gonzaga. Memphis, I mean, if you watch that game against Boise State, I know Boise State's not known for having a great offense, but Memphis shut them down quick and early. I mean, it was not pretty to see if you're a Boise State fan early on. So I think you're going to see either. It's weird because I feel like Gonzaga is one of those teams where they either go out in the round of 32 or they go out in the national championship game. There's no real in between. So as weird as it sounds, I could see Memphis taking that game away from Gonzaga.
There's definitely a possibility. I mean, there's a bunch of dogs on that team, and I don't know.
And see, I will. Okay, this
Chet
too.
is such a matchup nightmare though for teams like 7-4. He can. I think he was like 19, 17, and 5 blocks.
Yeah, what was that? Yeah, like
something
17,
like that.
17 rebounds, 19 points, something like that. Yeah, it was absolutely insane. Like, see, that's the thing though, is that like you're right. Like they do when you look at a team like Gonzaga, especially on paper, they have a lot of really good talent. But at the same time, I mean, they're playing in a mid-major conference in the West Coast Conference. I mean, their biggest competition this year was against St. Mary's, which St. Mary's beat them in the regular season. So I feel like, again, it's the problem with Gonzaga is once they get to that point where they do play bigger teams, like in this case Memphis, or going to the next round, Arkansas, Texas Tech, Duke, wherever that comes along, they kind of just collapse. They just don't have that same success. So I don't know. I don't see. I will say I see Gonzaga doing pretty good, but I don't know. I can't see him. Now I'm not sure if this is just me, but one thing I noticed about this year's tournament as well, I feel like when you're picking brackets, it just seemed like it was so much harder to pick like who could win some of these games. Like for example, Colorado State, Michigan. Like that was a game early on that was the one that messed me up, and that was the first game. That was the first game. Yeah, that was the first game that messed me up. But it's like you look at that Colorado State team; they had a fantastic season. I mean, one of the better seasons they've had in program history against a Michigan team that's been so up and down. I mean, they were a preseason top 5, and they're going into the tournament as an 11 seed.
They squeaked into the tournament.
Exactly. So it's
like Colorado State. They were up 11, I think, at halftime and just collapsed.
Oh yeah, they were. I mean, that first half they just kept hitting threes. It was all over the place. So yeah, it's just like again, and that's I feel like a consistent thing. I mean, people were saying Chattanooga had a good shot of beating Illinois, and up until the last minute of the game, they were up.
Not the last minute, the last
few
7 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Like they were. Chattanooga realistically had that game the entire time. Obviously, St. Peter's over Kentucky. I mean, nobody was expecting that one. But of course, it's March. It's madness. It's gonna happen. I feel like a lot of people have Virginia Tech over Texas. That's an upset still, but I mean I feel like an upset in the sense that Virginia Tech couldn't get it done.
I mean, Texas, another disappointing team. I think a preseason top 10 team just unravels the whole season. Texas Tech wins their conference tournament and then just shows out flat. It's like this stuff is so hard to predict.
Yeah, no, I think, and like I said, it's like I feel like in the past from how I've done brackets, I feel like I've done pretty good at brackets. I'm not going to say I'm fantastic. Obviously, I put a false narrative in my head every year that I'm going to be the one person in the world that gets a perfect bracket. But yeah, it's just I feel like this year, like just seeing the way the tournament played out, it's so hard to determine who like really can come out as the top dog in this one. At least that's what I'm thinking.
No, I agree.
Right.
I mean, I feel like U of A is kind of locked up on that side of the bracket. Other than that, it is a toss-up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts on this one before we go to the next segment?
I think we're
good. Okay, we're good. All right. So then, obviously, of course, this is an NBA show. We got to focus on some NBA talk, and of course, there's some big NBA talk coming out of the West Conference with Steph Curry. The Warriors are currently the 3 seed as of now. If the season were to end today, so they'd be the 3 seed. But of course, when you have somebody like Steph Curry out, who I think they're saying they're going to reevaluate him in 2 weeks from his sprained ligament in his foot. But still, I mean, that's a pretty big loss for a team like the Warriors, who I think I mean, I remember at the beginning of the season, Stephen A. said a healthy Warriors are the scariest team in the NBA right now, and they just haven't been healthy. I think Draymond's coming back finally, and that's going to be a big help, but when you are missing somebody like Curry for the remainder of the season, who knows what's going to happen when they get to the playoffs, you know?
I mean, yeah, like you said, who knows? It sounds weird to say, but thankfully unfortunately, it wasn't a fracture for Steph Curry. It was a sprained ankle, and Steph Curry has had sprained ankle problems for years. That's how he came up with the silhouette of his shoes, actually. He needed high tops to protect his ankles, and sprains, I can speak from experience, Kate. I'm sure you can too as a former center. Sprains linger on, whereas a fracture, you fracture your bone, but it'll heal. It's going to be healed in 4-6 weeks. Who knows how healthy he'll be in 2 weeks from now? Does this open the door for other teams, Kate?
Honestly, I don't know.
So, either knock out the Warriors or move up in the standings. I know there's only 12 games left in the regular season.
But I mean, it's still. I mean, where they are in the standings, it's still close enough to. I think at most maybe drop to the 4 seed. Because, I mean, you have the Utah Jazz with 3 games back, and I mean, I think there's a good shot that the Jazz can kind of sneak their way up to the 3rd. End of the day, I think as long as Draymond stays healthy for the remainder of the season, they still got players like Clay, Jordan Poole steps up.
Yeah, Jordan Poole.
I think the Warriors are going to be safe at the 3rd spot. I think you're going to see him slip up a little bit, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, I mean, with an injury like that, like you said, thankfully it wasn't a fracture. One thing about fractures is that when they do heal, they heal up better than what it would have been before. So that possibility of it getting refractured again, it ain't easy. But of course,
I'm saying it probably would have been better to fracture it than sprain it.
I don't know, because it's like, I mean, you're gonna see, the one thing at least I look at it as, is in the NBA. I mean, you're seeing these injuries pretty consistently, especially down the stretch. So it's like, I feel like even though it is a sprain, as long as Steph Curry at least does what he can over the next few games, or not next few games, pretty much the remainder of the season, to just heal up as much as he can to kind of just get ready for that first round series.
That is when they're expecting him back, that first round.
Exactly. So I think if he just has that time to chill, I think he'll be good. The only issue is that if it was a fracture, he would be out for longer.
Yeah.
It'd be probably closer to 6 to 8 weeks, depending on what the type of fracture is.
That's true.
And then you're talking about, you're not even seeing him until maybe the second or the semifinals or maybe even the finals, which
if they make it there,
and that's the issue, is that with a team like the Warriors, there's a chance that they could miss out on that if they don't play it the right way. So I think long term, a sprain's not going to be the best thing for for Steph Curry. He's going to keep bringing that up pretty much in the future. As LeBron said, you're never 100% after spraining your ankle. But yeah, I think.
Ooh, was that a good segue into our next segment?
I mean, we'll get there in a few, but yeah,
okay.
I mean, like I said, it just like, and again, he's such a team leader. It's going to be something where I think the Warriors are definitely going to want him in the first round of the playoffs, because as of now, like I said, season ends today. They'd be playing the 6th, which is Denver. Jamal Murray's got sent down to the G League to start playing there, so I mean, you're going to be seeing him come back pretty soon.
And that's my take, Cade. If Steph Curry is not healthy, I could see this Warriors team losing in the first round.
100%. It's very doable. I mean, especially playing a team against the Nuggets. Like, I mean, they're a big physical team. You got Jokic, and again, if Jamal Murray comes back, you're losing now that. Or they're now gaining that one step ahead of you now.
Yeah, that's the biggest take. Even if they fall to the 4 seed, I think I'm taking the Mavericks over the Warriors team. If Steph Curry's just coming back versus the Mavs, if the Warriors move to the 4 and they're matched up with the Mavs, I'll take the Mavs. Going back a couple weeks ago, I said the Mavs might be my dark horse. I could see them going all the way to the finals. This Luka team, man, Luka's on fire. He just took down the Celtics a couple nights ago. Luka is a superstar, and I don't know. This West is going to be so fun to see who comes out.
Yeah.
I could see the Mavs, the Nuggets. I don't know about the Grizzlies. And obviously your Suns. And then my Lakers, they're not dead yet, Cade.
Yeah, I don't know about that. So we'll have to see about that one. But yeah, you want to go into that next segment?
Yeah,
obviously
sure.
With the Lakers. So, I mean, I will preface this right now. The one reason I did want to bring up the Lakers in this episode was because of the stat I mentioned before the show. Since the All-Star break, if we would take away the win against the Raptors, after the All-Star break, the Lakers were 0-9 unless LeBron put up 50 points. And every game that LeBron did not put up 50 points, the Lakers were 0-9.
So they went 2-9. That's a silver lining. LeBron James,
Oh yeah, that's
man.
one hell of a silver lining. 2-9. Oh, they're sad, I guess.
Okay, what LeBron James, I know I don't want to make this a GOAT debate, but okay, what LeBron James is doing, this Lakers team is bad. I don't think heading into this season, no one expected the Lakers to be this bad. They can't shoot threes. No one expected them to be 30 and 40. Everyone kind of knew Westbrook wasn't going to work. But did you expect it to be this bad, Kade?
No, honestly.
Yeah.
And even then, with the Westbrook trade, I mean, I think, again, people are making the argument that it was going to be bad. But I feel like, again, you have still like a solid lining around that team where it's like, even with Westbrook probably not doing what he would have done with a team like the Wizards or Oklahoma City, I mean, I just feel like he'd still contribut more than he has been so far. So it's like, and then obviously, of course, injuries having such a big role to play with it. Yeah, I don't think anybody was expecting. Honestly, when they traded for Russell Westbrook, I really did think that the Lakers probably would come away with the number 1 seed in the West. Yeah. I remember saying that. I remember saying after that happened, LeBron lost in the first round for the first time in his career, and he turns around and decides to make a dynasty out of it.
I know.
And of course now they're 30 and 40, and that absolutely has no. That statement I just made has no backing behind it now.
I mean, I like I said earlier, I still think they're alive. You know, they need Anthony Davis back. He's such a big factor, offensively and defensively. Because, you know, there's no number 2 on the Lakers right now, and AD's supposed to be the number 1 for them. LeBron is supposed to be the facilitator, not the number 1 scorer, putting up 50 points per game, playing 40 minutes in blowout losses. I don't know what Frank is doing. I personally think that LeBron should sit out some of these meaningless games that they don't need to win or lose because, you know, they're kind of locked up for the play-in seed. But when AD comes back, I still think they can do some damage in the playoffs. AD said, Kade, I know it's going to make you mad, but he said the Suns know they were going to lose that first round last year. Did you see that?
Yeah, and did you see what Devin Booker responded with?
What did he say?
Oh, he just laughed it off. He's like, yeah, that's funny. Let me get the full thing up, but keep going.
Yeah, no. As a Laker fan, and, you know, even if I take a step back, non-Laker fan, I think the Lakers were going to win that series with AD. Up 2-1. Have all the control in the series and they lose. So I still think that they can make a push. You know, if they match up with the Clippers in the play or the Pelicans in the play-in, I'm not scared of them. And then obviously they'll play the Suns in the first round for a rematch. That will be something to watch.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's. I think again, like I will give you that one. I think if Anthony Davis was healthy, I mean that changes the entire postseason around last season. But yeah, okay, let me get this up exactly. Yeah, Devin Booker just simply says, I just think it's funny. Like, a reporter asked him, hearing Anthony Davis' confidence, did it motivate you? Did it motivate the team? He was like, nah, I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
What else is he supposed to say, yeah?
Okay, I mean, I guess I'm not really doing the video justice, but if you watch that video, Booker just laughing it off. Like, it was pretty funny. But yeah, no, I agree. I think if Anthony Davis was healthy last year, it'd make a big difference. I think if Anthony Davis was healthy for the majority of this year, I think it'd make a big difference. And then who knows? I mean, if he can actually make a solid return in the playoffs and actually get something done, that's going to be a team I think you might see some issues with early on, especially a team like the Suns, who, if Chris Paul isn't back by the first round, that's going to be a big loss. So I could see that being an issue. But it's still at the same time, I feel like being at 30 and 40 right now, the Lakers are in a position where they have to prove people wrong. You know what I mean? People are counting them out. People aren't taking them seriously. And it's a team that it's really just they have to put this regular season behind them and recognize that when you go into the playoffs, you start off with a 0-0 record.
And maybe last night was the turning point. Russell Westbrook coming through for the first time all year with the clutch defensive steal at the end of regulation, and then he hits the 3. Man, that was beautiful sighting to see. Hopefully they can carry that momentum on. That was a great way to bounce back after they got destroyed by the Timberwolves, and Patrick Beverley was just sunning Westbrook. Oh man, that was sad to see. But do you want to move on to Fit of the Week, Kade, or you got something else to say?
Let me see real quick. Yeah, you know, even then, looking at the Lakers' schedule real quick coming up, I mean, they've got 4 more home games after this. So I mean, shoot, and what team is it that's right behind them? The Spurs, right?
They got
now.
a tough schedule ahead. I don't want to look at the schedule.
No, I mean you're talking, like I said, you got 4 more games at home, and yeah, you're going to Cleveland. Okay, that's a team you guys should beat.
Just
Emphasis
list off
on
all
should.
these. List off all the playoff teams.
All the playoff teams.
Yeah.
Okay, you got Cleveland, you got Philadelphia, you got
Oof.
Dallas, you got Utah, you got Denver, Phoenix, Golden State, and then Denver again.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a rough few weeks for you guys, but and like I said, Spurs. I mean, they're right now sitting 3 games behind, and if they get that, I guess you can throw the Pelicans in there too if you want to throw in a play-in team, but I mean they're 29-41. Pelicans had a little bit to say last time they beat you guys, so who knows? Maybe they bring that confidence into the matchup this time as well. But yeah, no, I think that's about it. I mean, Lakers in a chance to possibly turn it around, but I still just don't see it happening. But all right, Danny, I'll let you go first. Who you got as your fit of the week?
I've been kind of losing the fit in the week, so I went up
3-1.
3-1.
I came back.
Is it 3-3?
It is 3-3. It's all tied up now.
So okay, I'm playing it a little nervous, so I got to play it safe this time. I'm going shy, fashion. He's become probably the best dressed NBA player. Is that a hot take?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going with Shy. He's got some Chrome Hearts jeans on, off-white Air Force Ones, the black. I'm pretty sure those are the off-whites. I can't really tell with the swoosh. And then he's got a Carhartt jacket, little Tupac.
Yeah, those are off-whites.
Yeah, Tupac graphic tee. He's got the pearl necklace. The pearl necklace kind of, popped off, I would say, last year, and then he got a little fitted up top. I really like this outfit. Like, I kind of want to put it together and wear it myself.
Oh, no, that's definitely a good one. Now, I know a lot of people have said, like, oh, yeah, like, just don't put black and black together. But, I mean, God, he does it well, Like, that's just overall, I think.
Right?
Just, yeah, everything goes together. Now, I think this is the first time this is happening, but I also got Shy as my fit of the week. Kind of keeping it with the same guy, except a little different, I guess. He's got the Louis Vuitton football jersey on, something a little different. And kind of going with those Miami Dolphin colorways, which I think is pretty cool. Kind of giving you those old Miami Dolphin vibes.
I just realized he's wearing the same hat.
Is it the same
Yeah.
hat? Exact same or?
Exact same hat.
Oh shoot! Okay, yeah, he is wearing the same hat. I don't know what brand the hat is.
This has become an outfit battle.
I guess so.
Wow.
I mean, oh my gosh, we're comparing 2 Shy fits. And I don't know exactly what brand the jeans are, but I mean, just some straight cut jeans. Got some interesting designs on there. I mean, it looks like something that come out of a Cause Uniqlo collaboration. Not even close, but still. I mean, you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And then I mean, just I can't tell what shoes they are. I mean, they kind of look like a pair of, I don't know.
Maybe Jordan 1s?
That's what I was thinking, but I was looking at the sole, and I feel like that sole is just a little bit too thin,
Yeah, the sole's throwing me off, but like the toe box looks like a Jordan 1 and the
100%.
laces.
Yeah.
Well, are those the off-white ones? Yeah.
They might. Yeah,
I think they are,
okay,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I see the writing on the side there. Okay, yeah, so the off-white ones. Obviously, dripped out, got the rosary around his neck, rings, watches, all that stuff.
Man, fire outfit. Be sure to vote on our Instagram and Twitter.
I was going to say, guys, come on. You guys have been doing a good job voting so far, but it's coming down to the wire. We only got a few more weeks with this one, and man, I'm telling you right now, I'm not the one trying to wear the Goodwill fit.
Yeah, remind the viewers what the loser has to do.
Yeah, okay, so whoever loses fit of the week, we'll have to figure out exactly what week that's going to happen, just so it kind of lines up with what we're doing with school and all that, but yeah, we just got to put together a trash fit for the other person. Go to Goodwill, find some good stuff for them to wear for just the entire day. We'll go with the entire day.
Oh, yep.
So, yeah, it should be a good one. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm not trying to lose that one, so.
I'm good.
Exactly. All right, we haven't done it in a while, but we want to bring it back. We'll do a Hot or Not with the Tyler Herro, the guy from Miami, our 6th man of the year so far. I will say this about Tyler Herro. I feel like he's definitely more underrated when it comes to fashion. I feel like he's done a really good job at making sure that he puts together some really good fits. And I mean, he's versatile with it too. Like, he can do something that's a little bit more out there, out of the box. And then the next day you see something that fits that like style of Miami really well, So
I like how he's really taken on like that Miami vibe.
Oh, 100%.
And he rocks it too.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
exactly.
maybe he's not. Maybe he could use a little bit more of a tan, and that'll really put it together.
Oh, for sure. I know he needs to hit the beach. Hey,
Yeah.
shoot! When you're the number 1 seed in the East, you don't got time to hit the beach.
Right,
You're out there
yeah,
working
maybe.
the entire season. But all right, we'll go into the first one right here. Keeping it a little simple, going with just like what type of pants you think those are? Like what material? Because it looks like almost like hospital scrubs.
I have a pair of sweats like that.
Is
that
it like
material. It's like waterproof. So like
polyester, nylon, something like
it's
that?
nylon. There you go. Nylon.
Okay,
Nylon
yeah.
pants.
Nylon pants, and then he's got the thing that I really like it. You know, like the ponchos, like the Mexican ponchos. Yeah, it's like that, except it's like stained glass. It's like it's got the lamb on it with a halo. Like I think it's a
The
solid look.
poncho is fire,
No,
bro.
the
I
poncho,
didn't even
yeah.
notice it was like Catholic vibes,
Exactly.
Catholic church vibes. You got the Bible, the lamb, the glass is good catch on that, Kade.
I know it's a good look.
Yeah.
So what do you think about it? Is that
This
good?
is a hot.
Hot, yeah, I
Yeah.
think so for sure. I will say, I feel like it's definitely not his best, especially from what we've put on here. But yeah, I think I like it. All right, as I mentioned, going with the Miami kind of feel to it. Next one, definitely throwing out those beach vibes, something that maybe a young dad would go out to Miami in. Got that floral top, the button down floral top. Buttoned down a little bit, showing some skin.
I know.
The tucked in, got that tucked in with just a nice pair of pants and a belt. Just keeping it simple,
Yeah, this is giving me like Narcos vibes from the
I could see
80s,
it, yeah.
like Narcos Mexico vibes for sure. This is another hot for me. I really like how he tucked in the floral Hawaiian fit.
I was gonna say you don't
or
see
shirt.
that often. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like like I said, as we mentioned, he kind of embodies that like Miami vibe and like that, like that Miami Vice feel, So I
And
feel
then
like
keeping it low key on the feet, just Air Force Ones, I think.
yeah, no, I think those Air Force Ones. We'll go with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, obviously got the jewelry, he's got the accessories with the glasses, like that brings it all together. I'm going hot right now because I think the other one I'm kind of feeling the other way about it.
Okay, I'm gonna go hot too because he really put it together well. He went crazy up top and then down low, just kept it white and beige, very clean outfit.
Exactly, very simple. All right, next one again, kind of following that same vibe, except just I feel like it'd be a little bit more out there. Again, that floral tones, but I mean, instead of it just being a one shirt thing, it's the entire thing. All purple. You got some orange flowers on there, some palm trees, all that stuff. I will say the one thing that does make this fit really nice is that I'm not sure if you could see it, but he's got the Gatorade ones on feet, which those are a nice pair.
Kade, that's like a top 5 worst Jordan 1 to ever drop,
Really?
in my opinion.
Okay, your opinion. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
see, I think they don't have the hype around them that I think they're a solid shoe.
Like that
overall.
Gatorade pack, in my opinion, is so trash.
Yeah, but how you feeling about it?
The outfit in general, I'm not really feeling the outfit. It's like 2 pieces to put together. He kind of messed it up. In this second fit, he went crazy up top and crazy on the bottom. I know it's like a one piece, but keep it low key on the bottom, Tyler. Don't switch it up. And I'm gonna go with a knot. I'm not really feeling it. This kind of reminds me of like a Gucci. Like, you know how Gucci just has like the tracksuit together? It's like too much Gucci. This is a little bit too much Hawaiian vibes for me.
Yeah, no, I get that for sure. I feel like, I mean, like I said, I like the shoes, and I think actually, like when you put everything together, it looks okay. But again, it's a knot for me. It's a little bit too much of the one thing, That's why I don't like it. Next one, I think it's probably going to be the best one on the list that we have. God, it's nice. I know. I was gonna say keeping it simple, but keeping it nice too. He's got the Sakai shoes or the Sakai Nike collaboration on foot. Can you tell if it's the one? You know how like they made the they obviously had the Sakai waffles, which are just like the normal kind of like silhouette everybody had. But then also how they had the Sakai waffles were like the sole like split off at the back.
I think it's those.
That's
I'm pretty
what I'm
sure.
thinking
Yeah,
too, because I don't think they made the other ones like that.
the swoosh is a little too small to be the Sakai waffle ones, I think.
And then I also think it's just I don't think they made it in that colorway, the Sakai waffle
okay,
ones. But yeah, no, I mean, and like I said, everything is working together there. Like you got the Sakai Nike collaboration on foot. You got something a little bit different with the orange pants, but pockets from pretty much the shin all the way up to the hip, which is again different. But I think the texture works pretty well with that one.
They look comfy too.
Oh, 100%. Like it looks like a nice fleece and all that. You just got a casual white T-shirt on, and then the purple sweater up top. How you feeling about that one?
The attention to detail in this outfit is just impeccable. I mean, the orange with purple, and the orange sweats go with the orange swoosh on the shoes, and then he's got the sweater up top to match the purple shoes. Man, it's got to be a hot.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think it's hot for sure. One thing that I will say that I feel like a lot of people kind of like end up moving towards is that they like to like really mix colors together. So let's just say they got a shoe in this particular situation where it's purple and orange. They will put a lot of emphasis on trying to stuff that work, like trying to find orange stuff or purple stuff that works really well with it, and kind of lose that attention to like other parts of it, other parts of the fit. He doesn't do it here. I it's a simple fit. Don't get me wrong. Just with the orange pants, I mean, you got the texture with the pockets and all that. Plain white T-shirt, got the purple sweater around his neck. But I mean, you put all that together, like he does that really well. I mean, the plain T-shirt, it's just a plain white T-shirt, but that fit is perfect on him. Like I said, I've mentioned it multiple times, the texturing on the pants with the pockets going from the shin up to his waist, that works really well. Even just as far enough as having not wearing the sweater, but just having it around his neck, making sure that that's clean in itself, that tie around, like that looks fantastic. So yeah, this is, I think,
even the way he tied the sweater up top,
and that's what I'm saying
cool,
is that like he emphasized that as well. So I think again, you just look at that overall attention to this. I mean, it's amazing. So yeah, this is definitely a hot for me. And then the last one is definitely
we're geeking over some dude's outfit.
I know. Last one's a little different, but Danny, how you feel? It's all tie-dye. Like we'll put it that way. It's like all like when I say tie-dye, it's not like the typical tie-dye. It's like Easter colors. So you got the yellows, the pinks, the blues, like. It's literally the entire fit. It's a shirt. It says death metal with a unicorn and a rainbow, and then it's just that pretty much same style of pants. And then shoot, this might be NBA Bubble Tyler Herro too.
Okay, NBA Bubble. He's keeping it low key, kind of lazy, throwing on the tie-dye tracksuit almost. This is hot for me. I really like the shirt. I could see how the outfit would be lost with the tie-dye. Sweats might be a little too much tie-dye, but I like how he just kept it Air Force Ones on the bottom, kept it simple, and then tie-dye up top. And I feel like the shirt saves it because the way it's tie-dyed and the graphic, I think the shirt saves the outfit for me. I'm going to go hot. What about you?
I was going to say, I think I like the shirt a lot, and I think the one thing about it, I wish it was a little bit longer. That shirt itself can be fantastic, but overall with the way it's looking, I've got to go not. I just don't like the shirt with the pants he's wearing. I think that just like
I won't argue. Yeah.
I mean, just it's not there. I like the whole idea of using tracksuits, but just that's not it. I will say though, I feel like looking back and knowing this is probably in the bubble. I mean, I feel like it kind of just embodies that same kind of feel. Just like things just seemed to, not necessarily when it came to COVID, but things seemed a little bit more relaxed in the bubble. Like they're there to have fun, not necessarily make money. So
yeah,
that's kind of the way I felt. But yeah, overall, I like the shirt, but just overall, not for me. That'll do it for today's show.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I think that's solid. That's good. Make sure that you do follow us on 94 Feet Show, whether that's on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We'll be posting stuff there pretty consistently. If you didn't get the memo, we are going to start a new series on YouTube called 94 Feet Extended. Just kind of, shorter videos, keeping it outside of the studio, nothing too crazy, keeping them maybe 7 to 10 minutes, somewhere around there. So yeah, make sure that you check out for those. And then, of course, vote on who you want as your Fit of the Week winner. It's both shy this time, but
outfit battle. I kind of like
exactly
this.
Outfit battle.
That might be a segment in the future. Outfit battles.
Oh, we could do a little bracketology with outfits.
Yeah,
that might be
same
something.
Players, same different outfits.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I like that. All right, but yeah, make sure you vote on that as well. 94 Feet Show on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, like I said, we're back from break. We're finally back. We'll be back next week, and we hope you guys all have a wonderful Saturday afternoon.
If you made it this far, you're a real one. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, make sure to hit that like button, show some love, subscribe, and turn on post notifications.
And if you haven't followed us on any social media yet, follow 94 Feet Show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you.